Most people think they lose peace because of big problems. But the truth? You're losing your peace through small reactions you don't even notice. And today, I'm going to show you why that is. But before we go any deeper, you need to understand something important. Most people think power comes from what you do, and you might also think power is proving people wrong, winning arguments, defending their reputation, explaining their intentions. But real power works differently. Real power comes from what you refuse to participate in. Think about the last time someone tried to provoke you. Maybe it was a sarcastic comment, a passive-aggressive message, a criticism disguised as advice, and without even thinking about it, you reacted. You explained yourself. You defended your choices. You tried to make them understand. But the moment you did that, something invisible happened. You entered their frame. You started playing their game. And the problem with playing someone else's game is simple. The rules were never designed for you to win. Psychologically speaking, human beings are wired to feed off attention. Not just positive attention, any attention, agreement, anger, arguments, even defending yourself. All of it sends the same signal to the other person's brain: I matter enough to affect you. And the moment someone knows they can affect you, they gain a small degree of power over you. That's why the most emotionally intelligent people you'll ever meet don't react to everything. They observe, they pause, and most importantly, they choose where their energy goes. Because attention is one of the most valuable currencies in life, and most people are spending it on the wrong things. They give attention to critics. They give attention to negativity. They give attention to people who secretly enjoy draining their peace. But powerful people are selective. They understand something that takes many people decades to learn. Not every opinion deserves a response. Not every misunderstanding needs clarification. And not every battle deserves your presence. Sometimes the strongest move you can make is simply stepping back. Not because you're weak, but because you understand something deeper. When someone is determined to misunderstand you, no explanation will fix it. When someone already decided who they think you are, no defense will change it. And when someone thrives on conflict, your reaction is exactly what they were hoping for. That's why silence can be so unsettling. When you don't react the way people expect, their mind starts filling in the gaps. They wonder, did I go too far? Did they even care? Did they notice? Your silence creates uncertainty. And uncertainty is powerful because people are used to predictable reactions. They expect anger, they expect arguments, they expect emotional responses. But when you respond with calm or with nothing at all, you become difficult to control. And the moment someone realizes they can't control your reactions, they lose the leverage they thought they had. This is where many people misunderstand the idea of silence. Silence isn't about suppressing your voice. It's about using it strategically. The truth is, you don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. You don't have to correct every false assumption. And you definitely don't have to prove your worth to people who already decided not to see it. Because the people who truly matter in your life, they don't need constant explanations. They understand you through your actions, through your consistency, through the way you move through life. And the people who don't want to understand you, they'll keep misinterpreting you no matter how clearly you explain yourself. So the real question becomes this: why waste your peace trying to convince people who already closed their minds? There's a quiet strength in realizing that not every misunderstanding is your responsibility to fix. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is simply allow people to think whatever they want. Because peace doesn't come from controlling how everyone sees you. Peace comes from not needing to. And once you start operating from that place, something interesting begins to happen. Your energy changes. Your presence changes. People notice that you don't react the same way anymore. You're calmer, more selective. less interested in proving yourself. And ironically, that's when people start respecting you more. Not because you demanded respect, but because you stopped chasing validation. You stopped explaining, you stopped defending, you simply started living your life in a way that speaks louder than words ever could. And that quiet confidence, that unbothered presence, that ability to walk away from things that once triggered you, that's the kind of power people feel immediately. It's not loud, it's not aggressive, but it's unmistakable. And in the next part of this video, we're going to break down 7 powerful psychological strategies that will help you develop that kind of presence. Strategies that will help you protect your attention, strengthen your emotional control, and become the kind of person people can no longer manipulate. Because once you truly understand how psychological power works, you stop giving it away so easily, and you start realizing something most people never do. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is absolutely nothing at all.